And gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to today's episode of Heartland Championship Wrestling, brought to you by the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. My name is Dave Little, and it is a pleasure to be coming to you live tonight from the Dave Cave as we bring to you Atlantic Wrestling Federation action from the Richmond County Civic Center in Augusta, Georgia. We have three terrific matches, including a World Championship main event as the Nature Boy Ric Flair will defend the NWA World Heavyweight Championship against the former champion Randy the Macho Man Savage. What a match that will be in our main event. We also have the Dixie Heavyweight Championship on the line tonight as the Big Cat Ernie Ladd, your champion, takes on the challenger Sting. And in the first of our televised matches tonight, it will be the Horsemen, Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard, accompanied by J.J. Dillon, taking on the Armstrong family, Brad Armstrong, Bob Armstrong, in tag team competition. Previously on tonight's show, we saw Ox Baker lead things off with a not surprisingly decisive victory over Barry Horowitz in the opening contest. Paul Orndorff then came out and had a very good match with Tony Atlas, and it was Orndorff winning that one with the jumping pile driver. Next we saw tag team competition pitting Ivan and Nikita Koloff against the Flying Redheads team of Billy Red Lions and Red Bastien, and it was Red Bastien picking up the victory in that match over Ivan Koloff to give the win to the Redheads. Then we saw a very bizarre match where the Magnificent One, Don Morocco, squared off against Lex Luger, and it was Luger who got himself disqualified by the use of a steel chair at ringside. So strange happenings there, and we're not sure what's going through Lex Luger's head at this point in time. And in our last matchup, a very competitive match saw Barry Windham on behalf of the Four Horsemen picking up a victory over the Destroyer with the Sweetwater Superplex. And that brings us to tonight's opening contest on the televised portion of our show as the Armstrongs move out against the Horsemen, with J.J. Dillon watching attentively at ringside. It will be Brad Armstrong starting things off against Tully Blanchard in this matchup, so say the dice. The black and white dice will record the fatigue ratings for each wrestler, and the red and blue will be used to record the number of pin saves attempts. Each team has 2 pin save attempts available. And as we hook them up, it is Tully Blanchard who will take the opening initiative. And he goes right to the hair and takes Armstrong down by the hair with a hair pull takedown. Armstrong back to his feet, not liking that. Tully Blanchard with that cocky smirk strutting around the ring. Now it is Blanchard who comes in with a knee smash and just drills Armstrong right in the lower abdomen. And Armstrong staggers back hurt. Tully Blanchard follows that up with a clothesline. Armstrong gets to his feet. Here comes Tully again with a whip to the turnbuckle. To the turnbuckle we go. And on a roll of 8, it is Armstrong bouncing off the turnbuckle, and Tully Blanchard nails Armstrong with a big kick. And Armstrong staggers back once again. Here comes Arn Anderson. Tag has been made. We're going to see a double team. As we go to the double team chart, it is a devastating double clothesline that knocks Brad Armstrong out of his boots. That is going to cost him a point of... that is not a point of fatigue, but that is a running double clothesline, and Brad Armstrong is down. Armstrong is down, and Arn Anderson is in control. Anderson goes right to the gourd buster. And he goes right for the cover. Count of 1. On a count of 2, Armstrong, Brad kicks out of that one, and Anderson is firmly in control. And now it's going to be the Enforcer Bomb. It is going to be an attempted Enforcer Bomb for Armstrong. He does need a choice roll to make this happen. And on a choice H, he needs to hit either an agility roll of 6 or lower or a death jump roll. He's going to play it safe and go for the agility roll. And on a roll of 7, Armstrong gets out of that one. And it is Armstrong now with a whip to the turnbuckle. Armstrong whips AA to the turnbuckle. But oh, Anderson comes off with a knee to the head, and Arn Anderson is back in control. Anderson still in control against Brad Armstrong. And now Anderson just cruelly rakes the face of Brad with the laces of the boot. And Armstrong is not happy about that. Brad clutching his eyes, and now a knee drop from Arn Anderson, and Armstrong goes down and stays down. Anderson in control. He's going to go for the big spine buster, and down goes Armstrong again. Brad Armstrong has been shaken up by the Horseman here in the early stages of this match. And we're going to see the attempted enforcer bomb again. This didn't work for Arn the first time. But this time he connects. And Armstrong is stunned once again. But he is able this time to get over and make a tag to his father. And in comes Bob Armstrong to the match for the first time. Bob Armstrong and Arn Anderson, 4 veterans in the ring, very familiar with one another. And it is Armstrong who comes in with the elbow drop. And it is Arn Anderson who goes down. Armstrong with a high hanging vertical suplex. Bob holds him up there for a moment and drops him down to the canvas. Anderson gets to his feet slowly. And it is Armstrong who grabs the right arm and whips Anderson into the ropes. Off the ropes we go. But on a roll of 5, it is a flying shoulder tackle from Arn Anderson that takes Bob Armstrong down. And quickly Arn is going to tag Tully back into this match. And Tully is in control as Bob Armstrong gets to his feet. Tully picks him up for a body slam and down hard to the mat. With that body slam, J.J. Dillon cheering on his men at ringside as Blanchard is just going to rake the eyes of Bob Armstrong across the top rope. Referee is giving the count to Blanchard, but he couldn't care less what the referee thinks in this situation. And Tully Blanchard with a clothesline takes Bob Armstrong down, and Armstrong is going to roll out of the ring looking for safety. But outside of the ring is where the Horsemen make their money. And on a roll of 8, it is Blanchard who slams Armstrong face first against the steel ring post, and Armstrong is forced to stagger back into the ring ahead of the 10 count. Blanchard ready and waiting, and it is Blanchard now who is going to pitch Armstrong out of the ring once again. Out of the ring again we go. We'll not see any shenanigans yet in this match, but I wouldn't put it past these Horsemen to get some plunder involved in this match before all's said and done. This time it is Armstrong outside the ring. On a roll of 5, it is Bob Armstrong who grabs Tully Blanchard and smashes him face down onto the announcer's table. We may see a disqualification here. Roll of 4 on another 4 or lower. And at another roll of 4, we have seen a disqualification. What a shocker. Double 4s for Bob Armstrong. He is disqualified. As J.J. Dillon is giving the referee a talking to, and apparently J.J. got his point across, and the disqualification was called against Bob Armstrong for slamming Tully Blanchard onto the announcer's table at ringside. So just like that, the Horsemen are your winner in this matchup, as the referee is not going to take any shenanigans, or I don't know if there was some behind-the-scenes posturing by James J. Dillon to force that situation to happen, but Bob Armstrong has been DQ'd after slamming Tully Blanchard onto the ringside announcer's table. So your winners of the first contest by way of the disqualification are the Horsemen, Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard. So a shocker in our opening contest, And now we will take you to our next matchup, which is for the Dixie Heavyweight Championship. As the horsemen leave with a smirk on their face and J.J. Dillon alongside. And now we will see our first title match of the night as the Dixie Heavyweight Champion, Ernie the Big Cat Ladd, defends his title against the dynamic Sting. Ladd has held the Dixie Heavyweight Championship for several weeks, and as you may recall, this was somewhat of a gift from one ravishing Rick Rude, as Rude held both the Dixie and the Atlantic Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship. And of course, the Dixie Heavyweight Championship served no useful purpose for Rude after winning the big belt. And so essentially Rude gave Ernie Ladd a gift, as Ladd was new into the Federation, and it was Rick Rude who brought in Barry Horowitz and gave a gift to Barry Horowitz of that title belt. And Horowitz very quickly then lost the belt to Ernie Ladd in a match that was arranged by SoCal Val, who is the manager of both these men. So here we have Ernie Ladd in the ring. He is accompanied by SoCal Val, who is the lovely and devious manager of the team that she calls Val's Pals. Ernie Ladd and Rick Rude so far have thrown in their lot with SoCal Val to form this faction we know as Val's Pals. And if I could just find SoCal Val's manager card, we would get things going. I guess we'll have to ad-lib this one because your broadcaster was unprepared for tonight's action. And with that, please accept my deepest apologies. So here we go. Ernie Ladd to defend the title against Sting. And the opening initiative roll goes to Sting. Sting locks up with Ernie Ladd and will have a whip to the turnbuckle. And on a roll of 7, it is a big kick from Sting that backs off Ernie Ladd. And Sting is quickly in control. Sting with the elbow drop nails the Big Cat, and Sting gives a whoop and a holler to the fans here at ringside. Ernie Ladd getting to his feet, not very happy about Sting's antics, as Sting comes in with a hip toss. Up and over and down to the canvas goes Ernie Ladd. Sting follows that up with a series of chops to the chest, backing Ladd off into the corner. But oh, Ladd fires back and nails Sting with an elbow to the top of the head. Sting fires right back, and he nails Ernie Ladd with a drop kick. Sting hits the drop kick. And now Sting is going to go to the top rope and attempt a moonsault. He needs a choice chart roll of this of 8 or lower. And on a roll of 7, Sting nails the moonsault. Ernie Ladd slow to get to his feet. And Sting stays on him with a spinning back fist. Sting nailed Ladd with that back fist, and here now is a whip to the ropes. And coming off the ropes, it is a shoulder tackle by Sting to stay in control. Sting in control, and he nails another spinning back fist. Whip to the ropes, and Sting with a hard elbow smash coming off the ropes again. Sting has all the momentum here in the early goings of this contest. Sting now is going to try that moonsault again, and he nails it again. And this time, Ernie Ladd still is slow to get to his feet. Sting has hit some high-impact moves, but Ladd has absorbed the damage and not really taken any serious hits yet. Ladd back to his feet. Sting still with the momentum. Sting comes off the ropes, and oh, he nails Ernie Ladd with that rolling capo kick. That is a devastating kick. Ladd staggers back to the ropes. Sting is on him again with another series of chops, but this time it is Ladd who fires back and just gouges the eyes of Sting. That'll stop your momentum in a hurry. That thumb to the eye, and it is Ernie Ladd now stalking his prey. And Ladd with a football tackle takes Sting down to the canvas, and Sting is on his backside for the first time in this match. Ladd remains in control. He nails Sting with a big clothesline. Here's Ladd with another clothesline. Sting gets to his feet. Ladd comes at him again, tries to drop the elbow. Sting gets out of the way of that elbow drop, and it is Sting who drops the elbow on Ernie Ladd. So a missed elbow drop by Ladd. Sting with the elbow drop. Sting now in control. He tries to get Ernie Ladd up for a big power slam and down to the canvas hard. Sting nails Ernie Ladd with that big power slam. Sting, a strong guy despite giving up about 60 pounds in this matchup against Ernie Ladd. And now Ernie Ladd is going to roll outside the ring for a conversation with SoCal Val. Oh, but on a roll of 5, Sting comes out of the ring and a wild brawl erupts at ringside. We may see a disqualification here. Ernie Ladd will not be disqualified. Sting will not be disqualified. And on a roll of 6, it is Ernie Ladd who wins the brawl with a stiff right hand. And Sting is staggered. Back into the ring we go. Here goes Ernie Ladd with a big knee drop. And he nails the knee drop. And it is Ernie Ladd now in control. Ladd with a taped thumb to the throat. Oh, he hits Sting with a thumb to the throat. That is a cheap shot. He is getting a talking to from the referee, and that's going to cost Sting a point of fatigue. Ernie Ladd showing what a dangerous man he is. And now Ladd is going to pitch Sting out of the ring, and here we go again. On a roll of 10, it is Ernie Ladd who takes the steel chair and wails on Sting. Will we see a disqualification here? No, we will not. Referee giving some leeway to this title match situation as we say hello to ID Jester in the chat room as we take on the Dixie Heavyweight Championship match pitting Ernie Ladd, the champion, against the challenger Sting. And it is Ernie Ladd who is in control after that brawl on the arena floor. Ladd now hard stomps to Sting. Sting is hurt. Ladd comes back with a high back body drop, taking Sting over and down to the canvas. Ladd tries for another back body drop, and he gets him up and down again. And Sting is slow to get to his feet as Ernie Ladd now nails Sting with another big clothesline, and this time Sting is knocked over the top rope and out of the ring. Here we go again to outside the ring action. And once again, it is Ernie Ladd who is the master of his domain on the arena floor as he grabs Sting and whips him hard into the steel ring steps at ringside, and Ernie Ladd is still in control. Sting makes it back into the ring ahead of this 10 count, and Ernie Ladd is going to pitch him right back out to the arena floor again. And Sting is in some trouble out here, and Sting barely once again beats the 10 count back into the ring. Ladd loves to do his business on the arena floor. And now he's going to go with that taped thumb to the throat once again, and Sting is staggered. Sting is in bad shape from 2 taped thumbs to the throat, gasping for breath now as Ernie Ladd moves in with a series of roundhouse punches. Ladd wailing away on Sting, and now Ladd with a big boot to the face. Staggers Sting and knocks him backwards a few steps. Ladd asserting his power advantage to good measure here, and he is going to go for the back body drop once again, and he gets Sting up and over and down to the canvas again with that back body drop. Sting finally rolls out of harm's way and gets to his feet, and as they come together again, it is Sting who catches Ladd, picks him up high overhead, and slams him down to the canvas with a press slam. Another impressive show of strength by Sting, taking the big man up and down to the canvas hard. Sting follows up. He's going to go to the top rope. We're going to see a death jump here. And on a roll of 6, it is Sting who comes off the top turnbuckle, and he nails a flying clothesline on Ernie Ladd. Sting has the momentum now, and Sting is going to go back to the top rope for another death jump. And this time it is another flying clothesline from Sting that takes Ernie Ladd down to the canvas. Sting is going to try for the Scorpion Deathlock. Can he get it locked in? He rolls him over, but quickly Ernie Ladd gets to the bottom rope and forces the interruption of that hold. Yeah, Sting couldn't quite get the move on in the center of the ring, but Ernie Ladd takes a point of fatigue after that. And now Ernie Ladd is going to be whipped to the turnbuckle, and Sting comes up and nails Ernie Ladd with the Scorpion Splash, the Stinger Splash in the corner. And that costs Ernie Ladd another point of fatigue. Both these guys are going at it. This is a very tough title match for the Big Cat Ernie Ladd, as Sting is going to go for the drop kick. And he will need a roll of 8 or lower to connect on the drop kick. And on a roll of 10, Ernie Ladd dodges the drop kick. And it is Ladd in control. And Ladd takes Sting down to the canvas again with a big clothesline. My goodness, good agility shown by the Big Cat, former American Football League superstar. And now it is Ladd who picks Sting up and slams him down to the canvas hard. Ladd follows that up, is going to try to maneuver Sting into the abdominal stretch. But Sting sneaks out the back door of that attempt. And it is Sting who is going to attempt another drop kick. And this time he nails the drop kick. And Ernie Ladd is hurt. Ladd staggers back and Sting comes back in on the attack. Sting with an elbow drop. Sting follows that up with another dropkick attempt. And this time Ladd dodges the bullet again. And it is Ladd who comes back with a body slam to take Sting down to the canvas. Back and forth we go. Great action between two very experienced and very evenly matched competitors. And now a football tackle from Ernie Ladd takes Sting down to the canvas once again. Sting is down, and Ladd follows up with a big boot to the face. Sting staggers back. Ladd comes at him, tries the elbow drop, and misses. And it is Sting with the elbow drop. Glancing blow on Ernie Ladd. Now both men to their feet. Sting comes at him with an arm bar. But Ernie Ladd quickly reverses that and slams Sting down to the canvas once again. Sting somehow manages to hold on to that arm bar and roll through. And it is Sting now with a whip to the turnbuckle. Ladd coming off the turnbuckle. And on a roll of 7, it is a big kick from Sting that staggers Ernie Ladd. Sting is going to try the drop kick once again. And this time he connects once again. And but he didn't get all of that one. Just a glancing blow as Ernie Ladd is able to fire back and score with a big boot to the face of the Stinger. Down goes the Stinger. Back and forth we go. Very competitive match here. Roundhouse punches from Ernie Ladd. Followed up by another body slam. Sting gets to his feet and howls, but Ernie Ladd just picks him up with one arm and choke slams Sting down to the mat. And Sting no sells. Sting gets up off of the mat and gets right back into the face of Ernie Ladd after that choke slam. And now it is Sting who picks Ernie Ladd up and drops him down across the knee with a reverse atomic drop. Sting follows that up with a hip toss. Ernie Ladd is getting back to his feet, but Sting is there first with another reverse atomic drop. And Ladd staggers back. Sting comes in with a series of chops to the chest and another hoop and a holler for the Stinger as he gets the fans here going. Sting with another chop to the chest, and this time it is Ernie Ladd who fires back, and Ladd with another football tackle takes Sting down to the canvas. Ladd reversed that one out of nowhere to take control, misses again on the elbow drop. And it is Sting with another drop kick. And Sting nails this one. And it is Ernie Ladd who is now hurt. Sting with a one-handed bulldog. What a move by Sting, coming off the ropes, grabbing Ernie Ladd by the back of the neck and slamming him face down onto the canvas. And now Ernie Ladd is down. And Sting is going to go for the flying clothesline. Sting makes the cover, but Ladd kicks out right away. And the match continues. Sting in control now, and the fans here are loving it. SoCal Val showing some anxiety at ringside as Sting goes for another flying clothesline and another pin attempt. SoCal Val is up on the apron at ringside. She does not distract the referee. And on a roll of 6, Ernie Ladd just manages to kick out of that one. What a predicament for Ernie Ladd. Very nearly losing his championship on that move. And now we've got SoCal Val causing problems at ringside. She is up on the ring apron. But Sting is not going to listen to any distractions from SoCal Val, but in the distraction, it is Ernie Ladd who nails Sting from behind with a clubbing blow across the back of the head. Ernie Ladd makes the cover, and Sting kicks right out of that one, but Ernie Ladd has taken control thanks to the interference by SoCal Val, and now SoCal Val has been ejected from ringside. Oh my goodness, the referee has seen enough of the antics of SoCal Val. She has been kicked out of the ring area, and Ernie Ladd is going to have to finish this title defense on his own. He is still in control of Sting after that pinning predicament, and now Ernie Ladd with the double leg drop. He goes for the cover, and on a count of 3, he gets the pinfall. Oh my goodness, Ernie Ladd successfully has defended with a double leg drop, thanks in large measure to the interference of SoCal Val at ringside, who provided the distractions that the Stinger needed to divert Sting from his quest to win the Dixie Heavyweight Championship. And it is Ernie the Big Cat Ladd who is your pinfall winner, successfully defending the Dixie Heavyweight Championship with a victory over Sting, thanks to the interference of SoCal Val at ringside. And ID Jester says that was a long match. Yes, that was a long match and a very competitive match. And congratulations to Ernie the Big Cat Ladd and of course SoCal Val with her assistance. In defending the Dixie Heavyweight Championship. And now it is time for the Macho Man, Randy Savage, making his entrance to the ring. The music of pomp and circumstance playing, and the fans here in Augusta on their feet for the challenger in tonight's main event, NWA World Heavyweight Championship. And now here comes the champion. He is the Nature Boy, the one and only Ric Flair. And he is accompanied by James J. Dillon at ringside as Flair prepares to defend the gold against the Macho Man in tonight's main event. These two had an epic battle already, with Flair taking the championship away from Savage by way of the figure 4 leg lock. But Savage is one flying elbow smash away from regaining the title. And J.J. Dillon is here in hopes of preventing that from happening here in Augusta, Georgia tonight, as the players are ready for the main event. And it will be Ric Flair against Savage, and Savage takes the opening advantage. Savage moves in against Flair and nails Flair with a series of quick jabs to the side of the head. And Savage now with a suplex takes Flair down to the canvas. Flair back up to his feet. And Savage follows up with an attempt at a body slam. He is going to need a roll of 6 or lower to complete this. And on a roll of 4, he gets Flair up and down. But Flair gets right back up to his feet and just greets Savage coming in with a slap across the face. Oh my goodness. Randy Savage did not like that at all. Savage got the best of that opening exchange, but Flair made a statement with that slap to the face. And Savage is not a happy guy. Savage is going to try that body slam again, but this time Flair gets out of the back door of that one, and it is Flair who nails Savage with an elbow drop. Flair drops the elbow. Savage back to his feet, and Flair now with a whip to the turnbuckle. Savage into the corner. Savage bounces off the corner, and it's a big kick from Ric Flair that stuns Savage and puts the Nature Boy back in control. What's he going to do now? He picks Savage up and, drops him across the knee. Savage down to the canvas, and Nature Boy Ric Flair starting to work on that knee with a knee drop to the knee. And that gives Nature Boy his first point. That gives Flair his first point of leg damage. The 4-sided die will represent leg damage. And for each point of leg damage that Savage suffers, that will add a point of effectiveness to Ric Flair's figure 4 leg lock, up to a maximum of 4. So Flair has already done some damage to the knee of Savage. And it is Flair who moves in, and oh, he drops his body across the knee once again. And Savage is hurting, but Savage staggers to his feet. He is showing some wear on that left leg. But Savage comes in and attempts a suplex, gets Flair up and down and over to the canvas. And it is Savage now in control after the vertical suplex. Savage follows that up with a running knee to the back, and Ric Flair immediately leaves the ring to the outside, to the arena floor. Action on the arena floor. And it is the Nature Boy who grabs Savage coming out of the ring and smashes Savage onto the steel turnbuckle at ringside. And it is Flair now in control. And Flair is going to go to the sleeper hold. Flair goes to the sleeper hold, and he has it locked in. And it is Savage who is staggering. Can Savage escape the sleeper hold? On a roll of 6, he gets out of the sleeper hold. But Savage has taken some damage here now, both to the knee, and his running lights have been dimmed just a little bit by that sleeper hold. Flair follows up and pitches Savage out of the ring once again. Here we go. And on a roll of 11, we're going to see ringside shenanigans. We go to the ringside mayhem chart. And what are we going to see now from the dirtiest player in the game? On the ringside mayhem chart, it is going to be Flair attempting to set up a table. Flair is going to try and set up a table at ringside. And the table has been set up. Ric Flair has set up a table at ringside and rolls back into the ring where Savage is waiting. This is going to require a gut check roll, and it is Flair who wins the gut check roll, and Flair who takes charge, knowing that that table now is set up at ringside, and we may see that come into play later in this contest. But now Flair is going to attempt a pinfall on Savage. He's got hold of the ropes. Savage is going to have to kick out of this one. Count of 1. And oh, Savage kicks out. But Flair using the ropes effectively, again, to gain control of the psychological components of this matchup. Flair is the master of psychology. And now it is Flair going back to the sleeper hold. He goes back to the sleeper hold. And can the Macho Man get out of this one? He is forced to duck down and leave the ring. Macho Man leaves the ring. What's going to happen now? Are we going to see more ringside shenanigans? And yes, indeed, on a roll of 12, we are going to see more ringside shenanigans as Flair and Savage are going to battle into the crowd. Into the crowd we go. Ric Flair and the Macho Man. A gut check roll once again is going to see who wins this brawl. And it is Savage who wins the gut check roll. Excuse me, it is Flair who wins the gut check roll with a roll of 12. And he is beating Savage down on the arena floor. Both men are going to be counted out of this match. This match is going to go down as a double countout between Savage and Flair. Flair was in control, tried the pin using the ropes, tried the sleeper hold again. Savage took a powder to the arena floor. Flair followed, and the battle erupted at ringside. And it was Flair getting the best of Savage in that battle on the arena floor. And both men end up with the countout. And that is going to be the end of this contest. But oh, we have some commotion now in the backstage area, or excuse me, in the stands, as there has been some sort of a disturbance. And oh, we have Magnum TA now in the arena, and he has attacked Ric Flair in the stands. Oh my goodness! Here comes an unanticipated attack by Magnum TA, and Magnum TA and Flair are brawling in the stands. What is going to happen here? It is once again Flair who gets the best of the brawl here at ringside as he gouges the eyes of Magnum TA. And Magnum TA has been staggered. And now here comes Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard coming to the defense of Magnum TA. Magnum TA is in some trouble here as Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard come to the assistance of their horseman stablemate. But at the same time, here comes the Road Warriors. Here comes Hawk and Animal to the defense of Magnum TA, and we have a six-way brawl in the stands here in Augusta. It is Magnum TA brawling alongside his new friends, the Road Warriors, and they are doing battle with Ric Flair and the Horsemen. And it is going to take referees and officials from backstage all kinds of time to break this one up, as it is Anderson and Blanchard who are dominating the brawl and forcing Magnum TA and the Road Warriors to back away as the officials come in and pull the Horsemen off of the Road Warriors and Magnum TA, as it is Tully Blanchard who has grabbed a pipe wrench from ringside, and he is threatening TA and the Road Warriors with that pipe wrench, and we have just seen an explosion here in Augusta. So the title match ends in a double countout, and Ric Flair will retain the NWA World Heavyweight Championship as a result of that decision. But Magnum TA has been waiting for months to get his hands on Ric Flair, and he took advantage of the opportunity to get his hands on Flair for the very first time. The Horsemen came out. The Road Warriors came out. We saw a Pier 6 brawl here in Augusta, and we are going to book, ladies and gentlemen, a six-man tag team match for next week's pay-per-view broadcast. There will be pay-per-view action next week from Memphis. Heartland Havoc 98 Play Ball will take place in Memphis next week, and added to that card will be six-man tag team action as Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, and Ric Flair will do battle against Magnum TA, Road Warrior Hawk, and Road Warrior Animal. So fireworks here in Augusta. But as the dust settles, Ric Flair has retained the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. He goes home with the gold, which is, as you know, the most important thing on Flair's agenda. Magnum TA has been vowing for weeks to get his hands on Ric Flair. He saw his shot tonight and took his opportunity, but he could not get the best of the champion, and this feud will rage on next week in Memphis. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming out for the matches tonight. Joseph Hinkle, welcome to the chat room. Thank you for joining us. ID Jester, thank you for joining us. And for those of you who were at ringside here tonight for the action, thank you on behalf of the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network and Heartland Championship Wrestling. This is Dave Little signing off and saying that's our show, and I am out of here.